All ready, folks. Stand by. All right, ready to go. Mitchell, Clark, Bonner, Howard, and Boston for the Indiana Fever. Pow, Gray, Howard, Jones, and Griner for the Atlanta Dream. No intro tonight, no nothing, just a little bit of an NBA on CBS warm-up while I take you all behind the scenes and show you how I get ready for a broadcast. I'm going to have the intro back, but what I also want to do, just as a little preview, and entice you guys to sign up for memberships to the channel as well as memberships on Patreon, is take you behind the scenes of how old Snowman gets ready for a game. Stephanie White is in her 5th season as WNBA head coach, and I love what they have on the floor in Atlanta. Carl Smesko coached 23 years at Florida Gulf Coast, over 600 wins. We're off and running as the Atlanta Dream have it in the home black uniforms. And Pow gives it to Griner. Griner holds and looks at the top of the circle, guarded by Aaliyah Boston. On the right side is Jones. Jones holds and looks. Launches a 3 and splashes it home. Here we go again. That's the way they started Tuesday night. 3-0 Atlanta. 9:35 left in the opening quarter. Howard has it in the front court. They're going to take the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, but not before she gets to the basket and lays it in. 3-2 our score. Indiana in the road white uniforms. Strange for me to say road white uniforms. Pow directing traffic out front. I love what they say at center court here at State Farm Arena. Put some respect on women's sports. Absolutely. I love that. Ryan Howard dancing on the dribble off to the left. They dump it underneath to Jones. Jones backs in on Howard. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Yep. Atlanta 5 and Indiana 2. A minute gone in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark shy of the timeline, brings it across against Howard. Howard putting pressure on her. Out front is Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark has it. Out front, Aaliyah Boston, 10 to shoot. Boston holds and looks, 7 on the clock. In the corner is Mitchell. Over the top pass into Bonner. Fadeaway shot, left baseline. In and out. Rebound Jones. Outlet pass to Howard. Howard across into the front court. Howard on the drive, left of the lane, picks up her dribble. Now out front, it comes to Jones. Low left, Griner bounces in on Howard. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Yep, and here they go again, on to a 7-2 lead. They're using their bigs very, very well. 8:15 for the first. Natasha Howard has it off to the right. Leaves it for Bonner. They're going to need some help from her tonight. Here comes Howard on the drive into the lane on Jones. Bounce pass to Leah Boston. Boston backs in on Griner with a fake, and Griner says, get it out of here. Saves it in play to Howard. A left-hand hook. Good! As the shot clock went dead. 7-4 our score. 7:55 left in the first. Ryan Howard's 3. Splash! And 18,000 plus on their feet in Atlanta. 7:45 for the first. 10-4. Atlanta Dream with the early lead. Mitchell dancing on the dribble, on the drive into the lane on Jones, slips, and stepped out of bounds. Early jitters once again for Indiana against this big Atlanta ball club. But they came back on Tuesday night and made it a game. They can do the same tonight. 10-4, Atlanta Dream with the lead. 7:25 left in the first. A 3 on the way is no good. Howard the rebound. Outlet pass to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the move into the front court. Bounce pass to Howard, and we get an offensive foul. And taking the fall is Tahina Pow, the rookie from South Carolina. And the Fever turned the ball over. I didn't set my scoreboard. That's what I didn't set. And someone just caught that. Thank you. Thank you indeed for catching that. 10-4, 7:19 remaining in the first quarter. Again, early game jitters for the Indiana Fever. Trying to make sure their pieces stay together. Pow on the move to the right. Crosses back left on Caitlin Clark. Flying down the lane. All the way to the hoop. Missed the layup. Rebound Natasha Howard. Stolen by Brionna Jones. Missed the shot. Ball on the floor. Griner comes out with it. Out to Ryan Howard for 3. In and out. Caitlin Clark the rebound. We get a foul out on the floor on DeWanna Bonner. And Ryan Howard gets 3 free throws. And early on, the body language shows me this. The Atlanta Dream players are smiling on every play. The Fever players look confused and out of sorts. 7:01 left in the first. Foul line extended right. Howard looks to come in, comes into Griner. 3-point stripe on the right side is Clark. Or is Alicia Gray, I beg your pardon. Howard dancing on the dribble, picks up the dribble, now finds Pow, charging right down the lane. Slips, ball on the floor, a fadeaway shot, and a 24-second violation. She slipped momentarily, did Tahina Pow, the outstanding rookie from South Carolina. And she turns it over. Let's get our scoreboard straight here. 10-4, 6:45 left in the first. Kelsey Mitchell trots it up in the front court. Mitchell leans over the dribble, guarded by Alicia Gray. Out front is Aaliyah Boston. Boston on the drive to the right, back to the left, drives in on Jones, fakes, goes up. Nope. Rebound Boston, back up, stripped, and Bonner saves on the right baseline. 4 to shoot. Bonner holds and looks, and we get what? We get a travel. And so far, nothing else from the Indiana Fever to start. 6:23 left in the first. Bringing it up is Ryan Howard. Indiana 2 for 5 to start the game. Here's Brittney Griner out front. Jones has the top of the circle. Jones picks up the dribble against Bonner, plays it out to the right side for Gray. Gray works off the Jones screen. Gray on the drive into the lane. Hook pass back out. Pow's 3. Short. Long rebound. Chased down by Mitchell. Here she comes on the fly. Mitchell in the front court. Pitch out Clark. A 3 from the right wing. Rebound taken down by Pow. And here they come the other way. Tahina Pow in the front court. On the drive. Into the lane and on Mitchell. Throws the reverse up. No good. Rebound out of bounds. It belongs to the Indiana Fever. I think both teams want to play at a 100-point pace, not a 90-point pace. We will be interactive with you guys all night long, so stick around with us. Aaliyah Boston out front, down to the left side from Mitchell. She'll take a 3 and missed it. Rebound Jones. This is what kept Atlanta in front safely the other night. Howard in the front court, crosses over, drives in on Clark, shoots it up short of the rim. Foul called on Caitlin Clark. That's her first. 2 team fouls on Indiana. Daniel Berry is with us along with Kenneth Clark. Welcome to you guys. And welcome to everyone to our Indiana Fever broadcast coverage tonight. Ryan Howard to the free throw line. 17 points average for her career. The first one free throw is good, making it 11-4. 5:29 left in the first. A couple of calls have gone against the Fever so far. That is some sugar-free, what's the flavor I got here? Mixed berry that I have here to keep the sweet tooth at bay. In comes Lexi Hall. Natasha Howard goes out. 5:28 left in the first quarter. 11-4, Atlanta with the lead. The second attempt on the way, good, 12-4. So your lineup is Bonner, Mitchell, Clark, Hull, and Boston. Mitchell has it in the front court. Mitchell on the drive to the left. Stops, starts, wraparound dribble into the lane, comes out to Boston. 18-footer, long rebound chased down by Nia Coffey. Ahead it comes to Gray. Out front, Howard. Ryan Howard with a scissor dribble against Lexi Hall. Howard on the drive is fouled out front. .503 left in the first. Atlanta Dream 12, Indiana Fever 4. Just getting started here in the first quarter as Jones has it off to the left. Jones nearly traveled. Picks up the dribble, finds Howard. Right corner is Coffey. Down low to Howard. Howard low right, or to Jones low right. Fadeaway shot. Nope. Rebound comes down back to Atlanta. To Jones, missed the layup. And the rebound, Damaris Dantas. Dantas on the floor for Indiana. Here comes Mitchell. Lost the ball. Steal by Gray. Gray on the move. Delivers a bounce pass and throws it out and they throw it out of bounds. So each team a little jittery, but Atlanta so far has kept themselves in front. Time on the floor as it is Atlanta 12 and the Indiana Fever 4 so far here in the first quarter. 4:33 remaining in the first period. And you know what? We're going to pause for a timeout. I want to welcome the folks listening to us and watching us on our Facebook feed. Let's pause for time. 4:33 left in the first. Atlanta 12 and the Fever 4. Back after this timeout.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
I forgot I hit that button. I couldn't agree more with what is at center court at State Farm Arena. And yes, it is State Farm Arena where they are playing tonight, and I expect a full house. Pay some respect to women's sports. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree. Caitlin Clark brings it up. 12-4, Atlanta with the lead, and 4:25 left in the first. Dantas on the drive with a left-hand dribble, comes up shooting from 15. Nope, long rebound near Coffee. Here they go out rebounding the Fever again, and if there's an early deficit, this would be it. Here comes Ryan Howard on the drive, dumps a pass underneath, and Dantas a steal. Outlet pass, Caitlin Clark. Waits for traffic to clear and brings it across the timeline. A pass underneath the Bonner goes up. No, but a foul called, and DeWanna Bonner shoots two. Finally, some early field goal attempts for DeWanna Bonner. $12-4 our score. As they have the game locally on Peachtree TV. Free throw good for DeWanna Bonner, making it 12-5. First field goal in a while. That stops a 5-0 run by Atlanta. Bonner gets ready, offers the second free throw, rimming, no, tipped out of bounds. Stay there with a loose ball foul. So a chance for the Fever to get a three-point trip. Atlanta has yet to commit a team foul in the quarter. Indiana has three. In play to Kelsey Mitchell. Out front, Dantas. Dantas on the move to the right, hands it to Lexi Hall. 8 to shoot. Hall on the drive to the right baseline. Closed off by Ryan Howard. A fadeaway shot in the lane. Short. Rebound, Gray. Back comes Atlanta on the push. Ahead to Howard. Fakes a three. Gets Dantas up in the air. Now waits. Starts her drive into the lane. A 15-footer. Count it. They're making this too easy. I swear they're making this too easy. 14-5. Mitchell to the free throw line. Steps back with a 22-footer. They're settling for jump shots. Griner the rebound. Outlet pass Gray. Gray on the drive in the front court. Here she comes down the lane. Scoop layup short. Not just the rebound. Near strip by Dina Coffee. Now they race ahead to Mitchell. On the fly. Into the lane. Shoots it up. No good. No foul. Mitchell able to save it in the left corner. Mitchell comes out on the dribble. Works off the Caitlin Clark screen as the pass was going back to Clark. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indiana Fever, who trail 14-5 with 3:06 left in the first quarter. Sophie Cunningham on the floor for the first time this season, back from an ankle injury. Ryan Howard checks out for Atlanta. Clark to come in play to Cunningham. Cunningham on the drive, left of the lane, goes up, and a foul called on Alicia Gray. .302 left in the first. Natasha Howard back in. Duana Bonner comes out. They look to come in. They come into Hall, low left. Hall with a fake, spins with a shot. Good! It hit the bottom of the rim and it fell through. 14-7, 2:50 for the first. They have it in the front court to Caldwell. Out front, Gray. Back left, Jones. Jones not giving a look. That's a three that comes up short. Dantas the rebound. Chance to make it a 5-point game or 4 with a long one. Cunningham in the front court, out front to Dantas, hands it to Lexi Hall, who takes the three. Splash! That's their first 3-point goal of the night. And the lead is 4, 14-10. The Fever have crawled back into this ball game. 2:20 for the first. They dump it low right to Griner. Griner has it low right against Howard. Spins. Howard stays with. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Nope. Rebound Dantas. Hands to Clark. And now Howard picks it up. Howard on the fly into the front court. Howard on the drive and on Griner. Lays it up. No! Rebound Griner. Oh, that did everything but fall through the basket. Here's Tahina Pau, who's back on the floor. Pau on the hustle in the front court. Bounce pass low for Jones. It's tipped out of bounds, and it will belong to Indiana. .155 left in the first. Atlanta 14, Indiana 10. The Indiana Fever trying to get back in this ball game as they have it in play to Hall to Cunningham, who will bring it up. Having Cunningham on the floor will take the ball out of Clark's hands and give Clark a little bit of breathing room. Dantas out front, back to Cunningham. Over the top pass to Clark on the left, on the right wing. Here's Caitlin Clark on the fly. Step back 20-footer. Rebound tip. Volleyball around. On the floor. Out of bounds. Goes to Atlanta. Atlanta Dream 14, Indiana Fever 10. Remember, Atlanta raced out to a lead as big as 13 in the game on Tuesday night. And here they come. Gray had her shot blocked by Dantas, cleared by Dantas. Indiana on the run. Dantas in the front court. Leaves it for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark dancing on the dribble off to the right. Now gets a lane. Pitch out. Cunningham. Three. In and out. Rebound Jones. Doggone it. 1:15 left in the first. 14-10. Dream with the lead. In the front court is Howard. Guarded by Lexi Hall. Howard on the fly. Into the lane. Dumped a pass underneath. And a foul call. And that will mean that Naz Hillman will head to the free throw line. .107 left in the first. Hillman's free throw, good. Lead is 5, 15-10. And this is early. And remember, then in the last game, the Fever had crawled back to within a pair at halftime. Second attempt, good. 6-point lead right now, 16-10. 1:05 left in the first. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark on the move in the front court. Wraparound dribble, lost it. Stolen by Jones. Jones back the other way. On the fly, in on Howard, lays it in. 8-point lead. Turnovers will hurt you. Turnovers will hurt you. Cunningham has it deep on the right wing. 45 seconds left in the first. They go low right for Howard. Howard backs in on Hillman, backs in, works away in the lane, goes up, short. Rebound taken down by Gray. Alicia Gray brings it up. Gray in the front court with a bullet pass out of bounds, looking low for Jones. Atlanta has just outplayed the Indiana Fever so far. And I say so far because anyone who watched my broadcast Tuesday night knows that the Fever can come back and score in bunches. 25 seconds left, 7-second difference, shot clock to game clock, and a foul called out front. I think Howard was saying you're all right to Caitlin Clark. So 9/10 of a second remaining, shot clock to game clock. And the shot clock is turned off. 16, 15, 8-point lead for Atlanta, who hung 31 on Tuesday. Over the top pass right side for for Howard. Back to Clark. Whip pass out to Cunningham for 3. Splash! With 2.8 left in the first. In play to Howard. Long shot at the buzzer. No good. And at the end of one at State Farm Arena, it's the Atlanta Dream 18 and the Indiana Fever 13. So unlike Tuesday, they're able to cut into this 8-point lead. And right now, let's take a 2-minute timeout. 18-13, Atlanta leads by 5 as we head into the second quarter after this.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
We're ready to go to the second quarter. It's the Atlanta Dream 18 and the Indiana Fever 13. Each team 1-1 on the year. But I love the fact, looking at the top overall picks in the WNBA draft, Brittney Griner 2013, Ryan Howard 2022, Aaliyah Boston 2 years ago, and Caitlin Clark last year. And we're ready to get back to business here. 18-13. Howard has it out front, hands it to Dantas. We'll set your lineups for you in just a moment. Sophie Cunningham seeing action for the first time this year. Howard trying to dump it low left for Dantas. It's kicked out of bounds. And Indiana will have it with 14 on the shot clock. Clark whips a pass into Cunningham. Over the top pass to Natasha Howard. She lays it in. It's a 2-point game. 3-point game. I beg you. Yes, 3-point game. I beg your pardon. I am sorry about that. I'm getting my chops back. 18 for Atlanta, 15 for Indiana, 9:28 left in the half. Ryan Howard dancing on the dribble out front, guarded by Lexi Hall. Ryan Howard directing traffic. It's Ryan Howard, Gray, Williams, Kimbrough, Griner. Here's a 3 by Gray. Short rebound by Sophie Cunningham. Chance to make it a 1-point game. Caitlin Clark has it on the right wing. Clark backs up for 3. Splash! But we get a whistle beforehand on Alicia Gray. Clark has only taken 3 shots so far. She's 1 for 3. She's got 2 points in the game. They look to come in, over the top pass in, play to Howard. Howard hands it to Lexi Hall. Hall dancing on the dribble, 3-point stripe, 12 to shoot. Out front, Dantas for 3, off the back of the rim. Rebound, Howard. Fresh 14 for the Indiana Fever. Lexi Hall off to the left. Dantas tries again for 3. This time she bangs it home and we're tied. 18 apiece. And 8:45 left in the first half. Now they throw it around. Howard has it off to the right. Howard holds, keeps the dribble, 10 on the shot clock. Howard on the move to the left, guarded by Caitlin Clark. Here's Howard on the drive into the lane. We get a foul called on Caitlin Clark on the floor. They look to bring it in. Foul line extended right. They have it in play to Griner. Griner out front, guarded by Howard. Looking for a backdoor cutter. Didn't get one. An offensive foul on Griner. And that is a good call. Lexi Hall came to set the screen, trying to get under the screen. We're tied at 18, 8:22 left in the first half. And they have it in play to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell, Hall, Dantas, Howard, and Cunningham. Dantas 3, not that time. Long rebound to Gray. Gray across the timeline into the front court. Picks up her dribble, looking for help. Now finds Walker Kimbrough. Or Cunningham, I beg your pardon. Gray has it back. Over the top pass into Griner. Griner backs in on Dantas. Backs in. Trapped on the baseline. Griner, fadeaway shot. In and out. Long rebound. Tipped underneath. Shots blocked. Trying to go. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Atlanta with 7:42 left in the half. Sophie Cunningham has made a huge difference so far in the ball game. And now you see Indiana competing for boards a lot more. Griner gets her first rest of the ball game. 7:40 for the half. Here comes Gray. Gray dancing on the dribble. Backs out 3-point stripe. 5 on the shot clock. Howard has it out front. A deep 3. Short. Rebound Cunningham. Outlet pass to Mitchell. Or to Howard, I beg your pardon. Howard in the front court. Now this is Mitchell. A backup 3. Got it at the deuce. And Indiana claims their first lead of the ball game, 20-18. 7:14 left in the half. Maya Cunningham in the front court. And a foul called out front. And that'll send us to a timeout. 7:19 left in the first half, and your score is the Indiana Fever 20 and the Atlanta Dream 18 in the midst of a 7-0 run to begin the second quarter. We're back after this timeout.
so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms. Thank you. Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast? No thanks, we're good. They're always in their own world. What'd you get, babe? Twice the work. Twice the surprises. Just try it. But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling. I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Looking at a video that they posted was so cool. Atlanta Dreams coach got showered after the big win in Indiana. Here's a Howard 3, nope, rebound, DeWanna Bonner. Fever ball, up a deuce, 7 minutes left in the half. Bonner in the front court, dancing on the dribble outside right. Bonner changes hands on the dribble, on the cut, Lexi Hall, 15-footer, banked it in! 22-18, the Fever lead by 4. And that ball tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Atlanta. 6:45 left in the first half. Atlanta has missed their last 9 field goal attempts. They started the game 6 out of 14. Cunningham brings it across into the front court, directing traffic, works off the Jones screen, out to the right, now drives back left, in on Lexi Hall, fakes, lean in, flip, bank, no. Rebound, Cunningham had it, lost it, got it back. Cleared some room and now flips it ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell motors in the front court. On the drive left of the lane. Spins in the lane in on Howard. And Howard had her shot blocked. It's out of bounds. It stays with Indiana. And it looked like it went off of Mitchell. Take a look. It did. It went off of Mitchell. It looked like they may challenge this. And indeed, they will. I think Atlanta's going to get possession after this. I really believe, after looking at the replay, that Atlanta is going to gain a possession out of this. So while we have a challenge going on, let's take a short break. 22 for the Fever, 18 for the Dream, 6:18 left in the first half. In the midst of a review, we're back after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Still got a review going on as we are awaiting the result thereof. As we're looking at the play here, the call on the floor is that it was Indiana's possession. And I'm looking at a quick replay. I think Atlanta will gain a possession out of this. It's a 9-0 run for the Indiana Fever right now. And I'm looking at the feed, and the graphics have been very, very consistent, and I'm liking that. There's the tap, and it's off of Mitchell. It is indeed off of Mitchell. It should belong to Atlanta. The Fever have 9 points off of their bench so far tonight. I really believe this is the possession is going to go to the Atlanta Dream. But it's not from the looks of it. And I believe that to be the case. Atlanta gains possession. No, they don't. Indiana keeps possession. They'll have 14 to shoot. Here's Mitchell out front. Lexi Hall. Boston has it out front, who hands it to Cunningham. On the cut is Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive into the lane. Slips, but a foul called. Check your lineups. We'll check your... Try again. We'll reset your lineup for you. It's Cunningham along with Lexi Hall, DeWanna Bonner, Kelsey Mitchell. We'll reset your lineups in just a moment. Tahina Powell comes back in for Atlanta. It's Mitchell, Bonner, Howard, Hull, and Cunningham, and Mitchell's three is good. Or is that a long deuce? That's a long deuce. 11-0 run by Indiana. They're up 6 and 5:58 left in the first half. Tahina Powell on the move to the left. Picks up the dribble, dumps it low to Griner. Griner backs in, fakes on Bonner, fakes again. Fadeaway shot blocked by Bonner. Foul called. And Brittney Griner will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. With 5:48 left in the first half. Griner 1 for 4 tonight. 2 points, 3 rebounds. Make it 3 with that free throw. The second attempt on the way. Out. Ball rebounded by Bonner. Tipped out of bounds. Belongs to Indiana. And I've made the executive decision to go exclusively covering the WNBA this summer, and in more exclusive than that, the Indiana Fever. 11 points off the Fever bench. They go over the top to Mitchell on the left wing. Mitchell on the drive. 20-footer left of the key. Short rebound Howard. Ryan Howard on the push into the front court. My man Blake Hammock is in the Fanatic feedback zone tonight. Here's Griner, low right, out to Jones, and another foul on DeWanna Bonner. Blake says, I'm sorry I was passed out and just woke up and got on. I appreciate you coming on no matter when you do. I appreciate y'all coming on. 11-1 run by the Indiana Fever have given them a 5-point lead, 24-19. Here's Howard out front to Pow Pow. On the left wing, Jones. Out front to Hina for 3. Splash. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. 24-22 and 5:09 left in the first half. And they're making this rally, Indiana is, without Caitlin Clark. Here's Boston with a 15-footer. That crawls out. Jones the rebound. Tahina Pow Pow on the push, looking to tie. Pow Pow on the move in the front court with a wraparound dribble. Straddles the three-point stripe on the right wing. Jones for 3. Yep, and Atlanta has the lead. And just like that, 7 in a row for the Atlanta Dream, and they're up 1. And Mitchell gets it right back. Kelsey Mitchell gives the Fever the lead, 26-25, and 4:35 left in the half. Right back comes Pow Pow, right baseline, and a foul on Lexi Hall in the left corner on Maya Cunningham. And Caitlin Clark, I believe, is going to reappear. She is. Lexi Hall departs. Third foul on the Indiana Fever. Atlanta has 2 team fouls. Ryan Howard to pull the trigger. Foul line extended left into Pow Pow. Top of the circle, Griner. Pitch out left corner, Walker Kimbrough. Walker Kimbrough out on the dribble to Griner. Underneath pass to Jones. Goes up, had it blocked, cleared by Boston. Ahead it comes to Cunningham. Cunningham on the move into the front court. Cunningham turns on the dribble. Clark yet to make a 3 tonight, but she does have a field goal. Here's Bonner in the lane. Trapped, stolen by Howard. Back they come the other way. Ryan Howard on the move in the front court. Howard on the drive. Lean in, flip. Nope. Rebound, DeWanna Bonner. Outlet pass to Cunningham. Cunningham on the move. Finds Clark. Clark with the fake. Steps back. First time she's had the ball in her hands in this second quarter. Here's Clark on the drive. Fadeaway shot left baseline. Yeah! 28-25. Indiana leads by 3, and there's that trademark smile. She finally got a field goal to drop. 3:40 for the half. Fever lead by 3. Ryan Howard out to the right. Howard with a scissor dribble. Drives on Clark. Drives right to the lane. Goes up. Flipped it. Nope. Rebound Bonner. They're looking for a foul. Not going to get it. Ahead it comes to Mitchell. Mitchell on the fly. Steps in the lane with a 5-footer. Nope. Rebound Boston, but a foul called. And that foul is charged to Jones. To the folks in the Fanatic feedback zone, I have a question for you. Do you think, as I'm thinking, it would be good for my channel to cover the WNBA exclusively this summer and not mix in baseball? Because I'm itching to do baseball, but I'm also itching to grow my channel and grow the audience too. Kelsey Mitchell, 3,962 points, second in team history, with over 1,300 field goals. Mitchell's free throw short. Now the best she can do is make it a 4-point lead. Damaris Dantas in the game. She has a 3-point field goal to her credit. DeWanna Bonner comes out. And what I like is that they're trying to get Bonner involved in the ball game. Nothing is falling for her, though. Mitchell tries again. Yep. And it's a 4-point lead, 29-25, and 3:23 remaining in the first half as Pow Pow trots it up. Pow Pow in the front court, guarded by Kelsey Mitchell. Pow Pow turns on the dribble, works off the Jones screen. Backdoor cut to Jones, runs into Howard. Foul called on Aaliyah Boston. I kept saying Howard. It's Aaliyah Boston that picks up the foul. I don't think that's a foul. But there was contact. Free throw good for Jones. 29-26 and 3:11 remaining in the first half. 31 listening, 31 watching, I beg your pardon. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Share the video to your friends. Free throw number 2 is good. It's a 2-point game, 29-27, and 3:10 remaining in the first half. The second quarter has belonged to the Indiana Fever. They have a 2-point lead. Caitlin Clark on the approach. Here she comes, looking for help. Whips a pass to Natasha Howard, able to save it in the right corner. Howard on the drive, in on Jones, fakes, lean in, flip. Yeah! Natasha Howard with her first bucket. Ball on the floor, loose. And we have either a timeout or a jump ball. We have a foul. Nia Coffey on for the Atlanta Dream. Brionna Jones departs. And it's a jump ball. That's the call. Tahina Paopao and Kelsey Mitchell. So a couple of sharpshooters with the jump ball, and it's out of bounds. Clark couldn't reach over and get it. And so the Fever turned the ball over. Indiana leads by 4, 31-27, and 2:44 left in the first half. Tahina Paopao brings it up in the front court. Leans over the dribble, guarded loosely by Caitlin Clark out near the timeline. Coffey sets the screen. Coffey gets it back on the left wing, holds and looks. They go over the top end to Griner. Griner backs in on Dantas, fakes, back out to Coffey. Right wing Howard, 4 to shoot, 3, 2. Howard, 20-footer force up. Got it! Oh, what a shot! What a shot by Ryan Howard. She forced up a 20-footer and banged it home. 2:10 left in the half. Now they go back door to Howard. She lays it in, and the lead's back up to 4. 33-29. Give Caitlin Clark the assist. She has a double-double in her first 2 games, does Caitlin Clark. Here's Howard. Lost the ball. Tipped out of bounds. Stays with Atlanta with 1:59 left in the first half. Once again, do us a favor, folks. If you like the content, like, share, and subscribe to the like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And you can support with a super chat and or a Cash App or a membership. Oh, they missed the assignment underneath, and Alicia Gray makes a layup. 33-31. Back comes Mitchell on the fly. Mitchell dancing on the dribble in the right corner. Out front, Dantas. Dantas lost the ball, able to get it back to Mitchell. 3-ball right corner, short. Ball on the floor, up in the air, and Griner brings it down. Chance for the Atlanta Dream to tie. Paopao in the front court, turns on Caitlin Clark, lost the ball. It's tipped out. It'll stay with the Atlanta Dream with 1:33 left in the first half. Now we got a couple of substitutions. Brionna Jones back on the floor. Griner goes out for Atlanta. And they look to come in. Here's Alicia Gray's 3. Alicia Gray was killing Indiana on Tuesday night. Oh, what a pass to Cunningham. Reverse layup is good. Caitlin Clark, the assist. That's her 4th. 120 for the half. Fever 35. Dream 31. And a steal. Cunningham with an outlet pass to Mitchell. Mitchell on the fly to the hole. Lays it in with the right hand. 37-31. Indiana Fever with the lead. 1:08 left in the first half. Tahina Paopao in the front court, leans over the dribble, guarded by Caitlin Clark. Paopao on the drive, right left of the lane, pitch pass underneath to Hillman. Hillman holds and looks, trapped on the right baseline, and travel. Great defense by the Indiana Fever on that exchange. And now the Fever have the ball with a 6-point lead and 55.8 left in the first half. Let's set your lineups for you. For Indiana, Natasha Howard, Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Damiris Dantas, and Kelsey Mitchell. It's Maya Coleman, Brionna Jones. Here's Clark, 4-3, offensive foul before she can get the shot away. And Clark has yet to hit a 3-point field goal tonight. Fever come up with a steal. Here is Sophie Cunningham. Pops a three. In and out. Long rebound to Ryan Howard. 25 seconds left in the half. 4 different. Shot clock to game clock. Ryan Howard in the front court. They'll play it for 1. So unless an offensive rebound happens, very little time will be left for the Indiana Fever to get a final shot. 10 on the clock. Howard dancing on the dribble off to the right. 7 to shoot. Howard has it. Howard on the attack, pushes Natasha Howard out of the way and bangs home a three. 37-34, 4 seconds, 3, 2. On the drive, Mitchell throws it up. No, but that's the half. And this time it's Indiana that will take the lead into the half. Your score at halftime, the Indiana Fever 37 and the Atlanta Dream 34. Big shot by Ryan Howard to close out the first half. We'll come back with our halftime activities with all the stats, facts, and figures after this.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Didn't get a chance to hit this morning, but sad news out of the NFL. Colts owner Jim Irsay has passed away. He passed away last night. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Colts family and all the families of the players that have ever played under Jim Irsay, including the legendary Peyton Manning. Once again, Jim Irsay passing away at the age of 65. Back after this.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Phew! Well, I got all that out of the way. 37 for Indiana, 34 for Atlanta. Better showing this time in some way, in some cases for the Indiana Fever. They took a they take a lead into the half, and taking a look at the East Final Game 2, they're in the first period, and the Panthers lead that game by a count of 1-0, and they lead the series 1-0. Quick look at the scoring leaders. For Atlanta, it's Brionna Jones and Ryan Howard, who lead all with 12 points apiece. Brittney Griner with 3, Alicia Gray with 2, Tahina Pow with 3, and then 2 off the bench for Naz Hillman. Caitlin Clark has only 4 points in the first half of the Indiana Fever. They're led by Natasha Howard, who has 8 points. Clark, 4 points and 4 points, a rebound, and 3 assists. So she's not flirting with a triple-double as of yet. DeWanna Bonner split a pair of free throws, and I made a mistake. It's Kelsey Mitchell leading them with 9. Sophie Cunningham off the bench with 5. Lexi Hall, 7 off the bench, and Damaris Dantes banged home a 3 that tied the game at that point at 18. Indiana was in the midst of an 11-0 run, made it 24-18 at the time, and they take the lead into halftime, and that score 37-34. They're in the second quarter in Chicago, and the New York Liberty playing the Chicago Sky right now, and New York leads that game by 5. By a score of 28-23. RC is with us in the house tonight. RC, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you. Going to take another break, and we'll take you to the third quarter after this.
Here's Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Oh, we got a few minutes before the third quarter gets started. And a couple of my homies are streaming right now. And I wish I could check in on them. I'm checking in on them from a distance. And we got 46 watching right now. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the super chat, support the show, or the Cash App to support the show. 46 are watching right now. I think I know where my bread is buttered. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it. One more break, and then we'll get started with the third quarter after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
42% field goal shooting for Indiana, 31 for Atlanta. Fever 3 of 10 from distance, Atlanta 5 for 13. And again, Atlanta beating us from the free throw line. They are 7 of 8. The Fever only 2 of 4. 21 rebounds, 20 points in the paint, and 15 bench points for the Indiana Fever. That's why they're in front. 19 rebounds, 10 points in the paint, and only 2 bench points for the Atlanta Dream. We get ready to start the third quarter. And do me a favor and pay some proper respect to women's sports going forward, will you please? This is something I am very, very passionate about. Dale Allen Sr. with us from Wisconsin, the home of Tyrese Halliburton. And after what I saw last night, I said this morning on my morning show that he is the face of the NBA and will be until someone takes that title from him. Here we go. Third quarter has the Fever working left to right. Caitlin Clark with a bounce pass out front to Mitchell. To the right wing is Aaliyah Boston, hands it back to Clark. Clark, step back 20-footer, short. Rebound, Griner. Hands to Alicia Gray. A 3 ties it up. Gray in the front court, works off the Griner screen, steps back. Now has it out front to Jones. Tahina Paopao has it. We'll get your lineups for you in just a moment. For Atlanta, it's Paopao along with Brionna Jones, Brittney Griner, Alicia Gray, and Ryan Howard. That pass is tipped and thrown back into Jones. Paopao with a deep 3, short. Long rebound chased down by DeWanna Bonner. Starters on the floor for both clubs. Indiana has Bonner along with Howard, Clark, Natasha Howard, Caitlin Clark, and Natasha Howard banks in a hook shot. I got so mixed up with my names, I didn't see who had the ball. Natasha Howard now has 10, and it's 39-34. The Fever lead by 5, and 8:50 left in the third quarter. Ryan Howard at the timeline gives it to Brittney Griner. Griner sees the lane, cut off at the free throw line. Back to Brionna Howard on the left wing. Brionna Jones on the left wing as Ryan Howard. Howard gets away from Clark. Fadeaway shot left baseline is good. 39-36. The Atlanta Fever lead by the Indiana Fever, I beg your pardon, lead by 3 and 8.5 left in the third. Here comes Caitlin Clark on the move to the 3-point stripe. They see her pitch out right left corner. Howard's 3. Yes! Natasha Howard splashes home a 3. 42-36. The Fever match their biggest lead at 6 and 8:14 left in the third. Here's Tahina Paopao. Spins down the lane on Caitlin Clark with a hook shot. Nope, but a foul called. And Tahina Pow will shoot 2. Dale, thanks for coming in tonight and checking in. We appreciate you. I think Tyrese Halliburton will take apart the Knicks again because the Knicks had no business losing that game. Being up 14 with 2.5 minutes left. Tahina Pow to the free throw line for the first time tonight. This is how Atlanta's staying in the game. Free throw good, 42-37. They're not allowing the Indiana Fever to get to the free throw line. Meanwhile, Atlanta is 8 for 9 from there tonight. The second attempt on the way, good. 42-38, 8:08 left in the third. Caitlin Clark has yet to hit a 3-point field goal tonight. Here's Mitchell on the move, right down the lane and lays it in off the glass with a right hand. 44-38. Indiana Fever lead by 6. Brionna Jones off to the right. Hands it to Gray underneath Griner. Fadeaway shot left of the lane. No good. Ball volleyballed out of bounds. And it goes down to the Fever. I am really feeling Jim Durham energy tonight. Jim Durham, my favorite announcer. He's the reason I got into doing play-by-play in the first place. If you're unfamiliar with him, search Chicago Bulls Jim Durham and listen to him call the game. You understand why he's my favorite. Kelsey Mitchell brings it up, works off the Howard screen. A straight-on 3 is going to come up short. Long rebound to Bonner. Howard has it in the left corner, looking for help. Here's Howard on the drive, spins on Griner, fakes, fadeaway shot in the lane. Yes! 5 quick points in the third for Natasha Howard, and now Indiana leads by 8. 7:19 left in the third. They turn the pressure on. They have it out front to Ryan Howard on the left wing, Gray. Gray holds and looks. Natasha Howard has 15 on 7 of 9 field goal shooting. Here's Brionna Jones in on Boston, missed the layup, but a foul called on that end. And thank you to Gary Henry for subscribing tonight. We appreciate you. We're about to hit 1,700 subscribers. I didn't think I would get this many subscribers, but then again, for a long time, I didn't take this seriously until I saw a market for it. Aaliyah Boston with the foul. She'll have to come out. Free throw by Jones, good. And again, they're getting to the free throw line. Clark and Boston come out. Cunningham and Dantas come in. Caitlin Clark having a very difficult night. Now, I really expect those two to get going. They're getting a breather right now. Jones hits 2, 46-40. 7:05 left in the third. Kelsey Mitchell in the front court, dancing on the dribble against Gray. Cunningham on the right wing. Cunningham with a left-handed dribble, picks it up, now finds Howard. Howard turns and looks. Howard on the drive into the lane. Right hand layup short. Rebound Griner. Outlet pass to Ryan Howard. Howard in the front court with a bullet pass to Gray in the left corner. Pow holds and looks. She'll lift a 3 against Kelsey Mitchell and bang it home. 46-43, 3-point lead for the Indiana Fever. And we may see Caitlin Clark in a little sooner than necessary. Mitchell goes over the top into Dantas, and a foul called on Brittney Griner. Mark Winters checks in, says, awesome work. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. .626 left in the third. Tahina Pow with 8 points. She's 2 of 6 from the field tonight. I'm going to cover the WNBA season, Dale, period. I just want to get a consistent schedule and really build this channel. On the bounce to Cunningham. On the drive right of the lane. A pitch out of bounds. She was looking for Kelsey Mitchell. And Cunningham got pushed and nothing called. There have not been many fouls called against Atlanta tonight, which explains the disparity in the free throws. Walker Kimbrough now on for Atlanta. A chance to cut it to 1 or tie with a long one. Across the timeline is Ryan Howard in the front court. 5 in a row, scored by Atlanta. Howard wants this dance against DeWanna Bonner. 11 to shoot. Here comes Ryan Howard with a wraparound dribble. Fadeaway 15-footer, short. Bonner the rebound. Outlet pass to Mitchell. Mitchell escapes traffic. Mitchell on the drive to the free throw line, turns back out against Walker Kimbrough. Mitchell on the drive to the right baseline, whips a pass for Dantas. Dantas on the drive in from the left, fadeaway shot. No. Long rebound, chased down by Ryan Howard. Again, a chance to cut it to one or time with a long one. Howard to Pow, a three for the tie. Yep. $46 all, 8-0 run by Atlanta, and Indiana wants time. 5:31 left in the third. Someone asked me a question. I'll answer it when y'all get back. 46 apiece on Snowman Multimedia.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Let's go to the feedback zone presented by Fanatic. Night Score Inc. Oh, I'm going to have to check that channel out. Hey, sir, what are your thoughts on the refs as a whole in the WNBA? I think they've been subpar all around for seasons now. To be perfectly honest, Night Score, I agree. I absolutely agree. Tonight is proof of it. Sometimes, some nights you can have great crews, some nights you cannot, because there are a few fouls in this third quarter that should have gone against Atlanta, and it did not happen. Mark Winter says, keep up the good work. I'll watch all your streams. I appreciate that. Do me a favor, folks. I'm hoping y'all can become, ouch, I lost my light. Doggone it. Hoping you guys can become members of the channel. And if you do, I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you the gift you're going to get us. We're back to business. Tap pass Cunningham. A right wing three. Nope. But we get a foul underneath. If you join the channel for as low as $2.99 a month, or you can join my Patreon for as low as $5 a month, we have a turnover is what we have. 5:19 left in the third. I'll have to show you guys what we got here in just a moment. Here's Pow on the drive, left baseline, out to Jones, over the top pass into Griner, a right-hand hook. Yep, Atlanta has the lead. 48-46, 10 in a row for the Atlanta Dream, and they've recaptured the lead. Kelsey Mitchell right back down the lane, shoots it in. Mitchell ties the game, and she got fouled and nothing called. I'm not one to criticize refs a lot because I want to stay professional, but I can say, honestly, for this game, not many fouls against Atlanta. Jones out front, 4-3. No. Rebound, Dantas. I was about to say splash, and it didn't happen. Sophie Cunningham brings it up. Cunningham in the front court. Indiana looks for the lead. Dantas has it out front, back to Cunningham. Pitch out right, left corner, Lexi Hall. 12 to shoot. Lexi Hall off the Dantas screen, right down the lane, creeps down the baseline, shovel pass underneath to Howard. She lays it in. Natasha Howard gives Indiana the lead, 50-48, and 4:15 left in the third. Here's Tahina Pau in the front court, chased by Sophie Cunningham. Out front, Griner. Griner holds and looks, and we get a foul on Dantas. Dwayne Moose, I hope that's right. I hope I said that right. Says, I love your call. You are the best. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Brionna Jones departs. Each team now with 2 team fouls. That's one point I need to work on. Nia Coffey back in for the Atlanta Dream. They have it in play to Griner. 15 to shoot. Griner, one bounce dribble, kills it. Now finds Ryan Howard and an offensive foul on Brittney Griner. Finally, we get one going our way. No Real Content on my YouTube channel. Has some stuff on Spotify. I actually made it for when I'm gone in the future, so my daughters always have a way to hear my voice. I love it. I love it. My wife kind of made the same request as I was going through cancer a few years ago. Cunningham dancing on the dribble off to the left, picks up the dribble, finds Lexi Hall back to Cunningham, missed the layup. Rebound comes down to Ryan Howard. Outlet pass loose, stolen by Cunningham. Cunningham in the front court, outside left, a pull-up 3. Splash! Indiana back up 5, 53-48, and 3:40 left in the third. Right back comes Nia Coffey. Got bumped, no foul called. Steal by Lexi Hall. Hall back the other way to Kelsey Mitchell. A 3 on the way. Long rebound tip comes down to the Atlanta Dream as Ryan Howard has it. She'll bring it up. Howard across into the front court, guarded by Lexi Hall. Caitlin Clark will come back in just a moment for the Indiana Fever, who lead by 5, 12 on the clock. Ryan Howard, lean in, flip, nope, ball tap. Howard the rebound. Here comes Indiana on the push. Howard in the front court, right down the lane with a right hand layup, missed it. Rebound and a jump ball with Walker Kimbrough and Natasha Howard. Yeah, night score. My battle with cancer was just recent. I got diagnosed in 2021 and had surgery in 2022, and now I am in remission. Been officially in remission since February of 2023. Kelsey Mitchell departs. And believe me, during that time, y'all, I was very scared. Tipped and controlled by Lexi Hall. Bounce pass, Dantas right wing. Back to Lexi Hall in the right corner. 12 to shoot. Hall's 18-footer block. Cleared by Griner. Pau on the outlet. Here she comes on the push. Across the timeline into the front court. On the right wing is Walker Kimbrough. She'll unleash a 3. Nope. Line drive rebound. Chased down by Howard. Hands to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark scissor dribble across into the front court. Caitlin Clark on the drive. Stops. A 3 on the way. Get in there. Nope. Rebound. Pau. And here they come again. Tahina Pau on the push. Left corner Coffey. She comes up shooting. Got it for 3. And just like that, it's back down to a 2-point lead, 53-51. Caitlin Clark has yet to hit a 3-point goal tonight. And I don't think there's a game since she's been in the league where she hasn't hit a 3. Here comes Lexi Hall on the drive. Left baseline. Fakes. Shovels a pass underneath to Howard. She lays it in. Natasha Howard is on a roll tonight. Sydney Colson is on the floor now for the Indiana Fever. Her first appearance tonight. It's a 4-point lead. 2 minutes for the third. Coffey, another 3. Yep. They just can't miss. And I've seen Nia Coffey play at Northwestern. She does have that shot. Here comes Colson. Backs up to the right. Underneath Lexi Hall with a fake drop to Howard. She lays it in. 3-point lead, 57-54, and 100 seconds remaining in the third. Tahina Pau brings it up. It's Pau along with Nia Coffey, Maya Cunningham, Brittney Griner, and Walker Kimbrough for the Atlanta Dream in the home black uniforms. Over the top pass to Cunningham. Cunningham has it guarded by Caitlin Clark. Lost the ball off her foot, able to get it back. 8 to shoot. Brittney Griner right on the lane, back to Cunningham. Cunningham works off the Griner fake, and an offensive foul on Brittney Griner. Night score. By the way, you got it when it comes to play-by-play calls, and the fact that you can go back and forth in the chat and still stay on course is just icing on the cake, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm used to the digital age, but then I'm not. A lot of the game when I was recovering from cancer, a lot of the games I've had to do in studio, And now I've learned to take it on. I had to take it on the road with me. I'm going to find a client in nearby Indianapolis to broadcast their games this season, which reminds me, I have a GoFundMe out there to get some repairs done to my car. I'll tell you about that at the end of the quarter. Sydney Colson has it. Front court, right, left wing Clark 3 is an air ball, and it'll fall out of bounds, and it will belong to Atlanta. They'll have a chance to tie with 65 seconds left in the third. Only 4 points tonight for Caitlin Clark. A minute to go in the third period. Alicia Gray has it off to the left. Dancing on the dribble, works off the Hillman screen. Gray picks it up, now finds Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey backs up on the dribble, now finds Howard. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Howard backs up on the dribble, drives down the lane and on the bouncer. Fakes, lean in, flip. Nope, foul called, and Ryan Howard shoots 2. Thanks to Gary Henry for subscribing to the channel tonight. 57-54, the Indiana Fever with the lead. 2 free throws coming for Ryan Howard. I keep forgetting where I put my water. I have to clear off some room here on the desk. Howard's free throw is good. Is that 4 on BG now? I believe it is. And I think you got to have 6 to foul out. It's a 1-point game, 57-56, and 40 seconds left in the third. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Here she comes, right down the lane and lays it in. Caitlin Clark with 6. And that just may get her going since her outside shots are not falling yet. Indiana will see the ball on 24-second count unless an offensive rebound happens. 18 on the shot clock, 27 on the big one, about 9 difference. Out front is Cunningham. Cunningham on the drive. Shovel pass underneath to Walker Kimbrough, or to Naz Hillman. She lays it in. Back to a 1-point game. 16 seconds left in the third. Sydney Colson has it front court to the left. Colson works off the Boston screen. Now has it out front to Caitlin Clark. 9 seconds left, and we get a foul. It's great seeing Fever do well when CC is playing like crap. True. Her shots are not falling tonight, but she's still a very heavy influence in the game. A drop pass into Boston. Boston backs in, spins on Hillman, and shoots it in off the glass. With 5.7 left in the third, got a cover. Here comes Gray, 3-2. Gray right down the lane, scoops a layup. No, and that's the quarter. So the Indiana Fever take a 3-point lead into the final 10 minutes. Your score at the end of 3 is the Indiana Fever 61 and the Atlanta Dream 58. Okay, let me show you guys what I want to give away here. Oh, doggone it. Well, I think I'm just going to have to order a few more shirts here. I got a shirt here that's in this here bag, says hanging with my snowmies. That's the shirt. I showed it off on the show, but then I realized a mistake I made in doing so. My wife found these. I'm going to try to find or make a few more. But I want to give these shirts to members of my channel and members of my Patreon, and then once every while give one of these away when I'm doing trivia. Let's take a look at our stats at the end of the third period. And we'll do a scoreboard check for you as well. All right, let's take a look at our scoring leaders while a break is in progress. And speaking of which, Oklahoma City leads Minnesota 21-15. They have 4:18 left in the first quarter there. The Florida Panthers are shutting out the Carolina Hurricanes at the end of 1, 3-0. That's at the end of 1 period. Matthew Tkachuk with a goal tonight. Halftime in Chicago, and the champs lead the sky 53-32. Kind of figured it would be that. Allison Moran, who joined us on Snowman in the Morning this morning, said it would not be a good night. Caitlin Clark has 6 points in the game. Matter of fact, let's take a look at our box score, our SeatGeek box score. It's Natasha Howard leading with 21 points. Kelsey Mitchell, 13. Caitlin Clark has 6. They're the three highest starters with points. Sophie Cunningham with 8 off the bench. Lexi Hull with 7. Ryan Howard leads them with 16. Tahina Pau is not next with 11. Brionna Jones has 14. Tahina Pau with 11. Brittney Griner has 5 points, 7 rebounds in the game. But let me answer the question that was brought up earlier. She does not have 4 fouls. She has 5 fouls. Night score, she has 5 fouls. I didn't realize she had 21 either. That's another thing I need to get better at, is keeping track of the individual totals. And when I improve my setup, I will be able to do that. All right, here we go with the money period. Atlanta ball with a chance to tie with a 3-point goal. Hillman has it off to the right. Out front, Jones hands to Ryan Howard on the weave. Howard steps back, now finds Alicia Gray for 3. Short. Long rebound chased down by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark only 6 points in the game, and yet Indiana has the lead, and a foul called on Nia Coffey. And she shares a laugh with Caitlin Clark. State Farm Arena in Atlanta, a full house tonight. And you can expect these kind of attendance figures all over the league when Caitlin Clark comes to town. Sydney Colson dancing on the dribble out front. Guarded by Gray. Aaliyah Boston has it now. They're looking for Caitlin Clark. Can't get it to her. Pitch out right corner. Bonner's 3. In and out. Long rebound tipped out of bounds. It stays with Indiana. Let's see if we can get an attendance figure tonight. Nope, not yet. No attendance figure yet. Only 9 turnovers for the Indiana Fever. 11 for Atlanta. Underneath pass stolen by Ryan Howard. Howard on the fly in the front court. Pitch out left corner. Nia Coffey, a 3 to tie. Long rebound, Caitlin Clark. And here she comes. Clark speeds in the front court. Gets past Ryan Howard. Clark turns on the dribble. What a move! Down the lane, she lays it in. Ryan Howard went one way. Caitlin Clark going that way. 5-point lead with a minute gone in the fourth quarter as Tahina Pau traveled, no call. They have it out front to Jones. Howard off to the right. Guarded by Lexi Hull. Ryan Howard on the drive. Cut off on the baseline, and we get a foul. I mean, Caitlin Clark slammed on the brakes and got to the basket. She has 8 in the contest. Lexi Hull with that last foul. 8:49 remaining in the ball game. These are gray uniforms. Boy, my color eyesight is not good. Here's Pau's 3. Nope. Long rebound. DeWanna Bonner. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Now all she has to do is bang home a 3, and her bingo card will be complete. Trying to throw the pass underneath, intended for Aaliyah Boston. It's out of bounds. And Clark is tapping her chest saying, this one's on me. Tahina Pau in the front court. 8:20 remaining. Nia Coffey on the left wing. Out front, Jones. Jones with a fake. Now finds Pau. Works off the Jones screen. Stolen by Clark. Caitlin Clark on the move in the front court. Angles left against Pau. Aaliyah Boston comes to set the screen. Boston has it out front, right down the lane. Lefty scoop. Nope. Ball on the floor. Taken by Howard. Runs over Lexi Hull. And a blocking foul. Kind of saw that one coming. Third foul on Lexi Hull in the ball game. From three-quarter court, they look to come in. They come into Pau, and she brings it up. Caitlin Clark guards her. On the right side is Jones. Jones holds and looks against Leah Boston. Oh boy, I get these names mixed up. Backdoor Gray, she lays it in. 3-point game. Ay, caramba. Sophie Cunningham is in the ball game. A 3 for Clark. Short. Rebound taken down by Brionna Jones. Nia Coffey hustles it up. Chance to tie for Atlanta with a 3. Here comes Alicia Gray. Fadeaway shot on the baseline. Yes, it's a 1-point game. And timeout, Indiana. 7:23 remaining in the ball game. Fever 63 and the Dream 62. To the Fanatics feedback zone we go. They need to bait her, Night Score says, into that last foul. BG being out would be huge for the Fever. That's a big body to try to get points in the paint on. Yeah, she's made a difference. As my friend Allison Moran said earlier on Snowman in the Morning, she's having a renaissance so far this year. She is having a renaissance this year. It's warming up outside. Snowman, stay chilled. Always, man. Always. Boy, I thought the Timberwolves were the stronger team, but the Thunder's coming out and beating them again tonight. I think the Pacers lineup has seen the Thunder. I think so too. We have a 1-point game right now, 63-62, and they're at the end of one in Carolina, and it's all Panthers. It's all Panthers, 3-0. Patricia Sears has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Patricia. We appreciate that. She said she felt young again when she moved over to Atlanta. I can dig it. I can dig it. Dale Allen, once again, please, sports fans, everybody, remember this is Memorial Day weekend. We pay tribute to the people who gave their lives for our country. If you love your freedom, thank a veteran today. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is Memorial Day weekend. And Memorial Day, we're going to have a lot of fun on the morning show. And we're also going to pay our tribute to the veterans that have made the freedoms in this country very possible. Night Score, I'll borrow a saying that I'll borrow a phrase that Brent Musburger said about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he said Jabbar in game one looked like the oldest man and the oldest player in the NBA, but since then he's been gulping at the fountain of youth. I can say the same for Brittney Griner. She looked like one of the oldest players in the NBA last year, but now she's been gulping at the fountain of youth. 63-62, Indiana leads by 1. They led by as many as 8. Each team has enjoyed an 8-point lead in this contest tonight. Let's see if Indiana can respond one more time. It's gray tops and bottoms for Atlanta. Howard has it out front. Starts her dribble, gives it to Caitlin Clark out front. Cunningham, left side Hall, and Howard takes a tumble. Natasha Howard did take a tumble. Ryan Howard picked up the foul. It's a 1-point game, 63-62. If time permits, we'll peek in on the Liberty and the Sky and see how that game's going. Caitlin Clark looks to bring in over the top pass into Boston. Boston holds and looks. Stutter step dribble. Now backs in, picks up her dribble. Backdoor Lexi Hall. Pitch out Howard. Stolen by Gray, but she's out of bounds with 4 to shoot. Regardless of this game, I think Atlanta put together a nice little squad that's going to turn heads this year. I agree with that. Here's Hall with an 18-footer. Long rebound, saved by Gray. Into Howard. Atlanta looks for the lead with 6:50 remaining. Nia Coffey has it out front. She's made a difference in the second half. Missed steal by Natasha Howard. Ryan Howard has it out front, directing traffic, 10 to shoot. Ryan Howard on the move to the right, and we get a foul on Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard picks up only her second foul of the contest. Foul line extended left. They look to come in. Ryan Howard comes in play to Brionna Jones, 13 to shoot. Looking back door, can't find anybody. Here's Ryan Howard on the drive, 15-footer, in and out. And Aaliyah Boston collects the rebound. Caitlin Clark trots it up. Clark into the front court, runs over people. Offensive foul on Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull is clamoring for a replay. And I say they need to look at it. So a timeout will be called by Indiana for a replay. If they do not get a reversal on this, then the ball will go to Atlanta and the Fever will lose a timeout. So we'll take a couple minutes. 6:24 for the ball game. Indiana 63, Atlanta 62. Back after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Still awaiting the result of the replay. We have 6:24 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Indiana Fever, looking for their second victory of the year, lead by 1, 63-62. The Hurricanes have gotten back in the ball game. They now trail only 3-1. The call in question is an offensive foul. Sophie Cunningham just kept saying replay. Well, call stands. Indiana loses a timeout. And Atlanta with the ball, down 1, 6:08 left. Ryan Howard dumps a pass low to Jones. Backs in on Howard. Traveled, no call. But Howard claims the rebound. Brionna Jones definitely traveled on that possession, but nothing called. Indiana ball up 1, 5:50 left. Here's Clark out front. Clark got fouled, nothing called there. Tap pass underneath out of bounds. Howard, you got to go up with that. Natasha Howard, you just got to go up with that. You had a smaller person on you. 5:47 remaining in the game. Each team 3 timeouts left. And the Fever holding on to a 1-point lead, 63-62. And 5:45 left. Ryan Howard brings it up. Howard across the timeline, plays it left to Coffee. Out front, Jones. Back to Howard. Howard on the drive to the free throw line. Comes up shooting and hitting. Atlanta with the lead. Wipe out the basket. No basket, though. The foul occurred on the floor on Lexi Hall. Oh, they do count the basket. The basket is good and the foul. So Atlanta is back up 1. And it's Brionna Jones will head to the free throw line for 1 shot. 64-63, Fever by 1. Or the Atlanta Dream by 1. Beg your pardon. Jones's free throw out. Howard the rebound. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark had the ball poked away. She's able to get it back. Out front, Aaliyah Boston. Boston on the move to the right. Hands it to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive. Right of the lane. Comes up shooting. Missing. Rebound taken down by Brionna Jones. Brionna Jones has been murder on the boards tonight. She's got 8 rebounds. She has it out front against Howard. On the left side, Gray. Gray down the lane, 15-footer. Foul called. Of course. They have kept Caitlin Clark in check. Kudos to their defense. They kept Lexi Hall as well as Kelsey Mitchell in check, even though Mitchell has 13 points. That's the 4th foul against Indiana. One more, and they'll be in the penalty. 5:02 left. Alicia Gray to the free throw line. The free throw on the way. 5:02 left in the ball game. 64-63. In favor of the Atlanta Dream. They've led for parts of the night. The second attempt on the way. Got it. 2-point lead. 65-63. 5 minutes left. Halfway home in the money period. Kelsey Mitchell into the front court. There's ever a time for Caitlin Clark to bang home a 3. Now is the time. But instead, it's a 3 for Howard, and she missed it. Howard gets the rebound right down the lane with a lefty hook, and she shoots it in. Tie game. 23 for Natasha Howard. 65 all and 4:40 left. Here comes Tahina Pow. Drops a bounce pass to Brionna Jones. And what's the call? What's the call here? A foul, that's what. Because Jones is to the free throw line, and the first one's in and out. The immortal words of Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie. The second free throw on the way. Yep. 1-point lead for the Atlanta Dream, 66-65 and 4:34 remaining. Mitchell across into the front court. Mitchell on the move, works off the Clark screen, shoots up a 3. Jones the rebound, that's her 9th. Brittney Griner is back on the floor. She's playing with 5 fouls. Here's Ryan Howard with a stutter step dribble. Backs up for 3. Splash. And all of a sudden, Atlanta goes up by 4. Remember, each team has held an 8-point lead in this ball game. Lexi Hall trying to answer, and does with a 3. 69-68, 1-point lead, and 3:58 left. Here's Ryan Howard right down the lane. Shoots it in. 3-point lead. Out front is Aaliyah Boston. Boston hands it to Howard. Howard down the lane and on Brittney Griner. Shoots it up, no good. Drew the foul. She'll shoot 2. And I think that's it for Brittney Griner. And a good job by Brionna Jones communicating where to go. That is indeed a foul on Griner. And if I'm correct, that's her last one. So Griner fouls out with 3:38 left. She departs with 5 points and 7 rebounds. Natasha Howard to the free throw line. Her first one is good. Atlanta's winning this game, getting to the foul line. And apparently that goal that the Hurricanes had was disallowed. We'll give you an update on that as if time permits. The second attempt rims out. Rebound comes down to Nia Coffey. It's a 2-point lead, 24 points for Natasha Howard on the evening. 71-69, 3.5 left. Ryan Howard with a stutter step dribble, fakes, backdoor pass to Gray, shovel pass underneath, is tipped out of bounds. Which way? Belongs to Atlanta with 3:23 left. Foul line extended left. Ryan Howard to come in against Lexi Hall. In play, it comes to Jones. 8 to shoot. Jones on Boston. Out front, Pow. Backs up. 4 to shoot. Forces a jumper. Missed it. Jones follows. Nope. Clark the rebound. Chance to tie for Indiana. Here comes Caitlin Clark on the push. Stops on a dime. Backs up. Lean in 3. Nope. But is there a foul? I believe there is. And that foul is charged to Alicia Gray. And there should have been a travel called first. Got to tell you that. I want to be fair down the line. Clark's free throw. Got it. 71-70. It's a 1-point game with 3:06 left. And I believe these are 3 free throws. She's got 9 points tonight. It is indeed a 3-shot foul. The second attempt on the way. Oh, missed it. Now the best she can do is tie the game. Here's shot number 3. Yes. 3:05 left. 71 all as Clark makes 2 of 3. She has 10 points on the night, so she's in double figures again. Out front, Coffey for 3. Long rebound, Alicia Gray backs in on Hall and shoots it up and in. 2-point lead, 73-71 Atlanta. Right back comes Caitlin Clark with a wraparound dribble, a step back 3. She's not hit a 3-point goal tonight. 2-point lead, and Alicia Gray races back the other way. Gray in the front court, outside left. Gray drives in on Caitlin Clark, spins, shoots, missed. Foul called on Caitlin Clark. And Alicia Gray to the free throw line. Offensive rebounds in the second half has killed the Indiana Fever. Alicia Gray to the free throw line. 1 field goal made and 4 turnovers for the Indiana Fever in the fourth quarter. Remember, they led by 3 at the end of 3. They've been outscored by 6 so far in the fourth quarter as the first one is good. 2:32 left. 74-71 Indiana. 74-71 Atlanta. The Indiana Fever has played very tentative in this fourth quarter, settling for jump shots. Second attempt on the way, good. 75-71. When they were in pure attack mode and erased that 8-point lead by Atlanta in the first quarter, they were going to the basket. Mitchell needs to do that here. Steps back instead on the dribble. Here comes Mitchell right down the lane. Got it blocked. Mitchell able to get it back. Forces a shot. Nope. Long rebound to Aaliyah Boston and a jump ball. You got to be kidding me. Nia Coffey, 6 points tonight on 2 3-point field goals. She'll take the jump against Aaliyah Boston. And the tip is controlled to Howard. Spins baseline. Reverse layup is in. It's a 2-point game. 26 for Natasha Howard. It's a 2-point lead. 2 minutes left. Gray in the front court. Skips on the dribble. Backs up. Now comes back outside to Ryan Howard. 14 to shoot. Howard gets free of Lexi Hall momentarily. Jones sets the screen. Out front to Gray. 7 to shoot. Gray waves everybody away. 5 on the clock. Gray on the drive free throw line. Out to Coffee for 3. Nope. And a 24-second violation with 100 seconds remaining. A chance to tie for the Indiana Fever. $75-73 in favor of the Atlanta Dream. Chance for the Fever to tie. 139 left. 18,000. Stand is 1. On the left side is Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell on the move. Front court to the left. A backup 3. Yes! And Indiana's back in front. $76-75 Indiana Fever with 1:20 remaining. They're back in front for the first time in this fourth quarter. Here comes Ryan Howard. She'll back up for 3. In and out. Long rebound chased down by Aaliyah Boston. 1:05 left. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Can the Fever hang on? Clark in the front court. Got popped by the foul call. And I received a $50 super sticker from my man Chief Rocca. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't have a sound like my buddy AB Media does for a donation or a super sticker or anything, but I plan to have one. In fact, I may enlist AB Media's help in getting one. Snowman with the call. Hashtag BGS Zipmore. Thank you very much. Caitlin Clark's free throw is good. She has 11 points in the game. It's a 2-point Indiana lead, 77-75, and 1:02 left. The only blogger to do play-by-play. Great job. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. 1 minute left. Clark has missed 2 big free throws and timeout Atlanta with 58 seconds left. Whew. Need a bit of a breather. 98 people watching. Do me a favor, folks. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the super chat, support the show, $ Tallman Dr. K50. And also you can do what Chief Rocket did, and that's drop a super sticker or a super chat. That also helps to support the show and grow the channel. Back in 2 minutes with the final minute of this game after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
$77-75 Indiana Fever lead by 2. Caitlin Clark is 6 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. BGS Zipmore in the house. My good buddies, since 98 watching, get the likes up, please. And BGS, let me borrow from you. If you can't give $1, give a like. It helps spread our play-by-play mission and my mission personally to get some repairs done to my car so I can get back to work, and also helps me get back to work to help my family. 2-point lead for Indiana, and thank you all for tuning in tonight. 77-75. Clark will come out for this defensive possession. And their defense is not a question, but you're talking about a team in Atlanta that has a lot of length. Nia Coffey, Tahina Pow, Ryan Howard on the floor for the Atlanta Dream. Howard will be at the point of attack. A couple of SEC players, and Howard has it in play, and a foul in the backcourt. And that's free throws. The foul is charged to Natasha Howard. I don't know about that call. I didn't see the full replay, but from what I did see, I don't think that was a foul. But the foul was called. Free throw number 1, good. 1 point game, 77-76. And again, it's going to come down to missed free throws. I heard a pudding tap behind me, I think. Pumpkin, is that you? Find out in a minute. 18 for 22 from the free throw line for the Atlanta Dream tonight. That's the disparity that was on Tuesday night. Caitlin Clark back in the contest. Next one. Nope. Long rebound, Lexi Hall. Timeout, Indiana. They'll have 1 remaining. In fact, each team will have 1 timeout remaining. Indiana 77, Atlanta 76. 54.2 remaining in the contest. Oh, that's not Pumpkin. That's Winnie. That's my little kid. That's my little cat, Winnie, who has been yelling at me for the past couple minutes. Carrie says, excellent play-by-play. Wow. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all coming in tonight. That's a bit. I think this is BGS. You told me this. My wife told me this, and I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to cover women's basketball most of the summer. I'm definitely going to cover Indiana's games. I'm definitely going to do that. I am definitely going to do that. And plus, this is also our debut of WNBA Thursday. So we'll see how would y'all like that? Those of you who are tuned in and listening, if I concentrated on the WNBA this summer, play-by-play wise, before we lead into football in the fall. All right, your lineup for Indiana: Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull out on the floor. Kelsey, all right, let's get your lineup straight. Let's get the lineup straight first and foremost. I know Nia Coffey is on the floor for Atlanta. Sophie Cunningham to pull the trigger, 23 on the shot clock. Foul line extended left, comes in play to Caitlin Clark, guarded by Maya Cunningham. 50 seconds, 20 on the shot clock. Clark leans over the dribble, guarded by Maya Cunningham. 15 to shoot. Caitlin Clark has it. It's in her hands. Here comes Clark on the drive. Stops three-point stripe. Over the top pass into Aaliyah Boston. She lays it in. It's a three-point game. Great play by Caitlin Clark. And now they're in a hurry. There's a 10 difference. Shot clock to game clock. In the front court is Ryan Howard. Howard backs up on the dribble out front to Brionna Jones. Jones holds and looks. Guarded by Aaliyah Boston. And an offensive foul! Gives possession back to the Indiana Fever. Ryan Howard called for the foul. Carrie says yes to Thursday. Yes to Thursdays. Are we doing Paige versus Clark? You better believe I am, BGS. And that's a great call. Ryan Howard got Sophie Cunningham out of the way, and Sophie Cunningham's going to get our player of the game because of the difference that she's made. Kelsey Mitchell is fouled with 21.1 left. All right, we got a vote for WNBA Thursday. Consider it done. I had planned on it. I felt it. I felt good about putting that package together this year, especially with my health improving. If you are here for the first time, please make sure that you like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, become a member for as low as $2.99 a month. Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line. The first one, short. Oh man, you got to make these. Sometimes there's a couple times I've seen Kelsey Mitchell do in the last couple of games where she short arms the free throw. She puts arc on it, but it's short on the rim. Jen Frail Cabatin is in the chat tonight. Aaliyah Boston is out. The second attempt on the way. Good. It's a 4-point game with 21.1 left. And Atlanta uses their final timeout. It's a 2-possession game with 21.1 seconds remaining. We got 109 people watching. Holy cow. Thank you all very, very much. The number may not have come until late, and we're a couple of subscribers away from 1,700. When I started this channel, I didn't know what it would entail or what it would be about. I do now. And I think I found a couple of now we're up to 111. Holy cow, that number just jumped. And now it's in play. Atlanta missed. Rebound Cunningham. She flies into the front court. She'll pick up the foul with 5.8. She gets fouled with 5.8 left. And the Indiana Fever are going to walk out of Atlanta with a win. Jen Farrell says, thanks for the live, sir. I appreciate that. One subscriber away from 1,700 subscribers. Let's see if we can get it before our coverage ends for the night, because we're going to go to Chicago and take a peek in on that game really quick before we sign off. Sophie Cunningham to the free throw line. She is our Snowman's Pampered Chef Party player of the game. The free throw here. Got it. 81-76. Boy, it's so good to see these Indiana Fever teammates step up when Caitlin Clark has a bad game, even though Clark is in double figures. The second attempt on the way, rimming no. Brionna Jones the rebound, and Atlanta will call their final timeout. What they called before was a 20. And we have cracked 1,700 subscribers. Holy cow. Got a new subscriber, Daily Donkey Salty Dabs. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. We have cracked 1,700 subscribers tonight. Saturday is our next game, where we will have the world champion New York Liberty travel to Indianapolis to face the Indiana Fever. And I'm tempted. No playoff college baseball. Nope. So playoff college baseball is coming up. Excited about that because Kansas has been really good this year. Let's see how good they are. I might do a couple of those games. We'll see. Love the live show. Will definitely be a listener for all your shows. I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate you guys coming in. Also, like I said, I have memberships available on the Snowman Multimedia channel for as low as $2.99 a month. I want to get my first 20 subscribers, first 20 excuse me, members to the channel. And when I reach 20, hopefully by Saturday, I will do a members live podcast. You can also see some of the behind the scenes stuff if you join me on Patreon, patreon.com/Snowman Multimedia. 5.5 remaining. Ryan Howard looks to come in. Foul line extended right. In play to Jones. A three-pointer on the way. Short. Rebound Kelsey Mitchell. And this ball game is over. And that's a winner. I hear you, Winnie. See? Even Winnie says it's a winner. 81-76 is your final score. Holy cow. What a comeback by the Indiana Fever. They staged one on Tuesday, but fell 1 point short when Aaliyah Boston split a pair of free throws in the final seconds. They come back and they get the win tonight by a final of 81-76. BGS says Cunningham plus Hall equals blonde ambition. Yep, and it equals a win tonight. Natasha Howard led with 26 points for the Indiana Fever. Ryan Howard finished with 24. And while we're at it, I should say, why don't we just bring up the box score and give you our SeatGeek final totals. As mentioned, Natasha Howard, she'll split the award with Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham made the difference tonight, especially defensively, and got the Indiana Fever back into the ball game. So Natasha Howard finishes with 26. Kelsey Mitchell, 17. Caitlin Clark, 11. But she did not hit a three-point goal tonight. And for that to happen and they still come out with a win is huge. Lexi Hall finishes with 10. Sophie Cunningham with 9. Damaris Dantes banged home with 3. That gave Indiana essentially the lead for good. The Atlanta Dream were paced by Ryan Howard, who finished with 24. Brionna Jones had 15. Brittney Griner had 5 and 7 rebounds before she fouled out with 3:13 left. Tahina Pow and Alicia Gray with 11. Off the bench, Nia Coffey had 6 points, both on 3-point goals in the third quarter. And Naz Hillman finished with 4 points. Rebounds go the way of Indiana. That is 41-37. Indiana shoots 44.6% from the field, while the Atlanta Dream shoot only 35.8. They were 34.5%. Atlanta was from three-point distance. Indiana 30.4. 14 turnovers for Atlanta, 13 for Indiana. And as mentioned, rebounds tonight, 41 for Indiana and 37 for the Atlanta Dream. This game was played in 2 hours and 12 minutes in front of a sellout crowd of 17,044. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll take y'all through the Major League Baseball scoreboard, and we're going to get the heck on out of here. Thanks for tuning in. The scoreboard is next after this.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
What a game in Atlanta. 81-76. The Fever pick up the win. They moved to 2-1 on the year. They dropped the Atlanta Dream to 1-2. And Sinfully Truthful Mama is our latest subscriber. We're up to 1,710 subscribers right now. You all are the best. And it's women's basketball that's pushing us over the top here. So what I've decided to do is to cover the WNBA in full, do as many games as I can because I got a following for that. The Indiana Fever will be the featured team because of Caitlin Clark. BGS asked me if we're going to do Paige versus Caitlin. You better believe I am. In fact, Simply Truthful Mama with her subscription adds this note. Amazing sportscasting. Will definitely be listening to you from now on. Thanks for making it a lot easier to keep track while working. Thank you. Thank you all so much. You're the best. 88-58, the New York Liberty lead the Chicago Sky right now. They are in the fourth quarter. Tomorrow, our game will start at 7:30 with the Connecticut Sun and the Minnesota Lynx. And then Saturday, oh boy, we got a Donnybrook on Saturday as the world champion New York Liberty come to Indianapolis to take on the Indiana Fever. That's at 1 o'clock Eastern. That's at 1 o'clock Eastern time. High noon for those of you in the Central Time Zone. Other games on Saturday in the WNBA, Dallas and Atlanta at 3. And then on Sunday, it's Connecticut, Atlanta at 3. And then the Chicago Sky and the Los Angeles Sparks at 6. You got Washington and Phoenix also at 6. And then also at 6 o'clock, you have Vegas and Seattle. So I think we'll have a double. I think we'll have a doubleheader on Sunday. We'll have some dual action for sure. But we'll see the games that you want to, we'll check out. We'll check out the schedule and we'll see the games that you all will choose to do. Matter of fact, what I'll do when I sign out of here is I will put a poll up to see which games you guys want me to do over the next couple of days. And I'll do one every day, and I'll remind myself and make sure that I do one. Major League Baseball scoreboard looks this way. Braves and Nationals tied at 7. They're in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Mariners trail the Astros 5-2. They have the bases loaded and 1 out in the top of the 5th. The Blue Jays beat the Padres in 11, 7-6. They have a rain delay in Pittsburgh, and the Brewers lead the Pirates 5-3. Yankees shut out the Rangers 1-0. It's the Phillies shutting out the Rockies 2-0. Angels over the Oakland Athletics 10-5. The Guardians over the Tigers 7-0. And postponed was the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. Update on the Western Conference Finals, and I'm being told in my ear from my producer that the Washington Nationals have just walked off. They beat the Atlanta Braves 8-7 in 10 innings. Halftime, the Thunder lead the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 2 of the NBA Western Conference Finals. That score is 58-50. More WNBA tomorrow and throughout the season. I'm going to put a poll up tonight to see which game you all want me to do, and I'll close the poll about 3 p.m. tomorrow so I can start my preparation for it. Right now, I got some laundry to finish here around the house, and I got a game to prep for tomorrow. I want to thank everybody that has tuned in tonight, and thank you to Chief Raga for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that has tuned in tonight and has given me a direction, because I think women's sports is going to be the lick for this channel. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Do you think coverage of women's sports will help the channel grow, especially with the WNBA? I think it will. I really, really think it will. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I love you. God bless you. And we got more WNBA tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
The following is a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet.
And when you know it, I press the wrong button to get the heck out of here. So long, folks.